Because we're rolling already.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay.
I'm going to get started. You ready?
Great. I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hey.
to Lunch Break today. I'm
Lunch break.
Meredith, and I'm here with Pastor Jay. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good today. Today's a good day. Like,
Yeah.
it's starting to get cool again.
know.
Fall. I'm excited. So I'm ready for cold weather.
Yes.
Nice.
Same. So today, I wanted to do a little recap of Sunday.
Okay.
And talk about this coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
And some of the big things we have
Yeah, we
coming
got a
up.
couple
But
big
then I have a
ones.
question for you.
Okay.
At the
I'm
end.
nervous. Okay.
I know. I didn't prep you for
I
this.
saw you didn't tell me we were doing questions.
I did not.
A Q&A time.
But it's,
okay.
it's
All right. That's
one
fair.
question,
That's fine.
and it'll
Okay.
be an easy one for you to answer.
Oh, well, that's easy then. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this. All right.
So this past Sunday, I wasn't here.
So you were gone. Yeah. Because you were South Georgia,
I was.
right?
We were celebrating my daddy's birthday.
What birth? Do you remember?
73.
73. Oh, man.
73. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's in great health.
He is in great shape.
He is.
Like, your mom and dad are so awesome.
They
Both
are.
of them. They're just fantastic.
They are.
So Ronnie and
agree.
Connie, amazing
I agree.
people. So super cool.
I agree.
Um,
So, yeah, that's where I
yeah.
was. But
okay. But it was a great Sunday. You
yeah.
missed it. It was good.
except for Kevin's joke, right? Kevin, should I?
We got to work
Don't
on
know
his
Kevin's
jokes.
joke.
Like,
I don't know if he watched his
tried.
lunch break or not. So
I don't know
if
either.
he'll hear
So
this.
yeah, but like he tried. I know he tried. Which you got to give him credit for effort.
Well, I think it was a dad joke, right?
Oh,
and he
yeah.
is a dad. In
He
fact, he's
is
a grandpa
granddad.
now.
Yeah, he's granddad now.
So,
And his daughter was back. Sydney was back visiting from Mississippi State.
Oh, Missy and Sydney.
I know. She changed her major, so I found out all the details. I got all the
That's
deets on that.
pretty common
so
thing, though.
yeah.
I mean, most kids don't end up sticking with the major they start
Oh,
out
no
with.
way. Well, and most people I know aren't
Well,
actually in
that's
the
true.
career field they got their degrees in anyway.
True.
Which is what I keep telling Abigail because she's stressing out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Junior year, like, what do I do? What do I study?
Yeah.
Be fine.
Yeah, it was.
But it was good. It was a great Sunday we had. Full band
Mm-hmm.
back up there, which was really cool. Had a special song at the end that Ryan just crushed. I mean, it was so good. It was a song I'd never heard before until we started kind of talking about this series on the table. And Ryan's like, hey, well, what about this song? And so we kind of wove it into the tail end of the sermon, and it was just really good.
Okay.
I'd link to it or say, hey, go check out this song, but I don't remember the singer.
Okay.
I think it's just called To the Table.
Okay.
So you could go to Spotify and probably find it.
It may be on our playlist. He may have put it on the playlist.
Yeah, that's true,
Because
'cause
he's been updating it.
He's good at that. Yeah. So they can go to Spotify and check out our Spotify playlist, or it's on the app. Go to
Yep.
Sunday Resources. You can find all the songs that we're currently singing, the new stuff. We got a lot of new songs. Ryan's rolling in all the time.
I
It's
love it
so
so
good.
much.
And so and this week we got something else special that we're going to weave into the service.
Yes, we
We're going
do.
to do a spoken word thing. If you don't know what spoken word is, it's kind of like poetry,
Right.
ish, kind of set to music usually. But it's good.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to be one of my kids doing it. So as a dad, I'm feeling pretty
Uh-huh.
pumped.
Absolutely.
So Hannah's going to do a spoken word for us. She's going to do great. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah. And we have volunteer appreciation.
Oh yeah, we do this week, and
Yep,
we
we
have lots of volunteers.
Yes. So
like
many.
hundreds.
So many.
Literally hundreds of people at our church that volunteer in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And they got cool gifts.
Yep.
So
they'll be in this week, and I think tomorrow. They'll be here tomorrow.
You did a
we're gonna
great
wrap them all
job.
up and
Yeah.
Get them ready for
You did a
Sunday.
great job finding gifts this year.
Oh, yay. Well, they
Really
haven't come in
good.
yet, so
Well,
don't
that's
say
true.
that today, but
But they'll be in by Sunday, and everybody will see. So it's good. It's going to be great. So that'll be this
Yeah.
weekend as well.
Yep.
Talking about Ruth,
Okay.
story of Ruth, which is a great story.
Yeah, and not everybody, most people didn't know about Ruth, know
Yeah.
the story of Ruth. So I'm interested to see how you're going to incorporate this into I know kind of, but I know that you've got more.
Yeah.
You're
Well, it's
gonna bring
interesting.
out.
Yeah. I should probably do a whole sermon series on just the book of Ruth.
Eventually, yes. let's do
Eventually,
that.
someday, because it's just such a good story. It's a romantic story. It's really kind of cool. It's like a Hallmark movie in the Bible almost. Like it's pretty neat. But there,
You know what? That could be a sermon series next year. It's
Hallmark movies of the
or
Bible.
just Hallmark movies of the Bible.
We-
I'm thinking of all the graphics and stuff we could do with that. So.
Oh no! Well,
It's cheesy, I know. Just laugh at me.
Well,
it's fine.
I'm
but
trying to think. how many people move out into the woods, to escape the city life and then meet some lumberjack guy.
You're the one that said Reach was a Hallmark movie.
Well, it is. It's because she leaves home and she moves off into and she's, going through the fields, gleaning, and she meets, Boaz, who's kind of almost like a, ancient equivalent of a lumberjack, I think, maybe I don't know. Cause that's like every Hallmark movie ever made. Right.
Yeah.
It's, some city girl moves to the country to get back in touch with their roots and meets a lumberjack. It's all of them.
Okay. Okay.
At least all the ones I've ever been forced to watch.
So this Sunday, Hallmark movie Sunday.
It is like Hallmark. It is really good. So yeah. So there's just some really cool stuff, especially about, in that first chapter, there's just so much going on in the whole book. Usually we just kind of focus in on the love story part of it, which is an amazing part of the story. But it's just good. I love the Bible just so much. It's just.
I'm glad to know that.
Yeah, it's important. I think.
Seeing as how this is what you do. For me, so I'm glad that you love
if I didn't love the Bible, that'd be bad, right? Yeah, that'd probably be really bad.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. So.
Okay, good. Well,
so it'll be good. It's gonna be a good Sunday.
And then we're decorating for Christmas Sunday too.
Yes, yeah. We've already pulling Christmas decor out, setting trees up, just to prepare them for the thing. Because, so this Sunday, last Sunday in November.
That's right.
And then the following Sunday, it's December.
That's right. Great. We've got a good plan for Christmas decorations this year too.
Yes, it's going to be good. And the whole Christmas series is going to be really good.
It is.
It's going to be really good. All Christmas music. Every week.
Yep.
Every Sunday.
Yep.
Christmas music.
We're doing some other things too.
Yeah, some other things.
Surprises, but
I just
can't give everything away.
We can't. I just hope we can pull off that one thing.
I know, me too.
That we were talking about the other day.
Me too.
Oh man.
I think we can.
It's just I don't know if I can find the cash to pull it off, but we can.
Anybody feels like donating a little extra.
Little extra on top.
And just let us know that's what you did, then we'll take care of it.
We'll take care of it. Yeah. But we don't want to pull from Christmas offering, right? Because
not Christmas offering.
Just like a little extra.
Yeah. For Jay.
For
Jay's project.
For my project.
For Jay's project. It's a good one too.
It is going to be really cool.
We'll figure it out.
We'll make it work. We'll find it. We'll figure it out.
I'm excited.
So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good
series.
Then,
you're talking about getting into Christmas. We have the Christmas production, which they've already started building some of the set on the stage. Right, or on the front area of the worship center, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they're already prepping for it. I think even this coming Sunday, you'll be able to see some of the set pieces.
Okay.
Because it's a real play. It's not, and I've been telling people this over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not like a kid's musical,
right?
Where you're coming oh, that's cute. This is real play. The cast has been working for weeks. 2 practices a week.
Yep.
They're
a couple of months. I mean,
and
months.
It's a 47-minute long production, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. A lot of really great people in there.
Yeah.
James Murray, the director, has just been killing it.
Yep.
Doing such a great job. I was just so proud of him.
Absolutely.
It's just awesome.
Yeah. I'm
excited. We're doing
6th and 7th.
6th and 7th. Okay.
At 6:30.
It's gonna be good.
It is.
Make sure you come to one of those performances.
It is.
It's gonna be good.
Hopefully, we're gonna have the cast up to read scripture one Sunday.
Yeah, just to kind of prep for that.
To kind of get ready for it.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So excited for that.
I'm excited too. I'll be there both nights.
Good.
Because my daughter's in it.
Yeah.
I won't spoil what her role is. So it's just for a dad, it's an odd.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's odd.
To watch.
Yeah. And it's good.
It's going to be.
Yeah. So you just got to come and see. You'd be like, what's he talking about? What is weird? Come see it. On the 6th or the 7th, Friday night or Saturday night.
That's right.
What time? 7 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30.
Yes.
Okay. So 6:30.
So it's not too late when we get out. You know, because it's Christmas time and everybody's running around and it's busy. So
and we'll have snacks.
Come for about an hour.
Yeah, we're going to have hot cocoa and cookies and coffee. And
that's right. Go out to dinner beforehand and then come.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
It's really going to be good. It's going to be worth your time.
Absolutely. And then for those that come and do that weekend and they're like, oh, I'm going to see the Christmas play so I don't get any shopping done. That's okay. Because the next weekend you can bring your kids for parents' night out and go do some Christmas shopping.
4 hours of babysitting.
4 hours. And it's cheap for 4 hours.
Yeah,
I can't even remember exactly. I just remember thinking,
cheap.
Wow, that is not expensive. It's like $15 or something.
If that.
Yeah.
It's,
10, 15,
10,
something
15,
like that.
maybe 20 tops, but I don't think it's that.
I don't think it was.
No, I think it's more like 10 or 15 for 4 hours of babysitting.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, you can't get that anywhere else.
you can't.
And they're going to be not just playing; they're going to be learning about
right.
this.
They got some cool crafts they're doing. They're going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Carrie and Maggie just wouldn't let them just
hang
out.
Yeah.
For 4 hours.
Chase each other. Yeah.
No, they're going
And
to.
so you get a date night. You can go Christmas shopping.
Yep. And they're going to feed the kids dinner.
They are, and that's included.
It is.
And so I mean, it's all my kids are going. They're either going to help or they're going to participate.
Yep.
And Carrie's running it, so I'm just going to go like hang out for 4 hours.
There
I'm
you
excited.
go. Do some Christmas shopping and birthday shopping for her.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
but
probably I'll end up helping because
that's what you do.
that's what
No,
I'll be assigned that, because I'm
true. You're going to be the doorman.
Yeah, probably something like that.
You'll probably be the doorman.
But it'll be fun.
It is. Okay, my question.
All right, give it to me.
Here is what I think people would like to know. Okay?
I'm so nervous
Don't
right
be.
now.
It's good.
Okay.
You've been studying for your PhD for a while.
Yeah. It's actually a DMin, Doctor of Ministry. So it's
Okay.
not a PhD. Anyway.
Oh, it's not a PhD. It's
Yeah.
not considered a PhD. Okay.
Well, so
Yeah, explain it to us.
little explanation.
Yeah.
So there's the PhD is theoretical. It is a doctor of philosophy. So it's more about like, hey,
Okay.
you want to go and teach in the academy, and you're like researching original, you're making a contribution, an original thought that's never been thought before.
Okay.
So that's the PhD. The DMin or the Doctor of Ministry is all about how to help the church. It's a practical degree, kind of like a doctor can have a medical doctor can have they can be a general practitioner, a doctor who practices medicine,
right? Or
they can be more of a research doctor. They can have a PhD. Okay. So it's kind of more of it's a practical thing. So anyway,
that's good to know.
Yeah,
DMin.
A DMin, as opposed to a PhD.
Doctor of Ministry. Okay, okay. So thank you for explaining that to us.
Yeah. A little thing. I don't want to mislead or.
No, that's great. So I would love for you to tell us a little bit about what you're reading right now. What is something that you are studying right now?
Okay.
Because that's something we know that you've been going to school. We know you went to Boston for 2 weeks.
Sure.
But, just a little, here's what you've been reading about lately.
Yeah.
Just so we can know.
Okay. So one of the books I'm reading currently, and I actually just finished it. Okay. And then and I'll tell you about the next one I got to read.
Okay.
It's called Pastor is Theologian. And so it's kind of I don't know, it's the thought process of, for centuries, the leading theologians of the day, guys like Augustine or, Athanasius, or even guys like Martin Luther and John Calvin, they were pastors. They led churches, but they were also theologians.
Okay.
And so they brought this deep, rich theology to the pulpit in a practical way. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just like, sitting out there in, the ether, like, let's debate this. Fine. Is this Hebrew word this or this? Let's talk for 6 years. Like, it was really about like, okay, so this is why this matters. Because we got these heresies that are coming into the church, so we need to have this deep, rich theology that combats the heresy that's invading the church. And so it's real practical, how to live as hands-on kind of theology. We've lost that in the last 200 years or so. The last real kind of, I would say, pastor theologian were probably the Puritans, Jonathan Edwards. Mm-hmm. Yep. A lot of us read that Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God back in high school. Yeah. And he was kind of one of the last, at least modern theologians he was also a pastor. He led a church. Mm-hmm. Now most theologians work at seminaries and in colleges, and they sit around and let's parse this thing and let's talk about this. And they, sit in coffee shops and debate stuff that, like, who really cares?
Right.
I mean, it's important. It's not wrong, but it's one of those of like, you're trying to raise your kids and put food on the table. Does it really matter?
Is it going to move people's faith forward?
Yeah. No. And so much of it just doesn't. Like, you can go out and read a lot of the theological stuff that's out there. So anyway, so this book is all about trying to bring back that idea of, the pulpit needs deep theology. Mm-hmm. those pastors need to be much more theologically driven as opposed to just what a lot of pastors are. And I've been here too. So like I'm, not just calling calling people out. It's all about programs, and it's all about business management. Like, how do we get more people and how do we get more money into the offering plate? And, let's this deep.
Right.
Let's just make everybody feel good. You get a good TED talk with some nice music.
Yeah, they'll come back because they left feeling good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's great. I love to make people feel good. Like, it's important.
Sure.
But that doesn't sustain you.
Right.
It's like if all you eat is cake. Tastes fantastic.
Sure.
But you're not going to be healthy.
Right.
Because there's no sustenance there. And so that was that book that I just finished reading. And now I'm reading something by the Desert Fathers, which are these guys from like 400 AD literally living in the desert in Egypt and Syria and some of this stuff. So that's the stuff I read for fun.
Okay. Because I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah,
great.
I'm strange
Great.
like that. But,
so can we go back to what you were saying there before? Why do you think it is that most theologians modern day are not pastors? Why are pastors getting away from that?
Because it's hard.
Okay.
I mean, and some of it too, like some of it is we've married the American manifest destiny ideals to Christianity, and American populism, capitalism, everything is bigger, bigger, bigger. Build bigger, build, be more efficient, faster roads, better cars, more.
Right.
And
it's just bled over into the church.
The church falls into that same trap. More. How much bigger are we this year versus last year?
Right.
Are we building another building? Well, why aren't we building another building? Are we failing then? Okay, so and it's always about more, and doing theology is deep work and takes time. And I was listening to a guy talk about it. The Psalms call us to a spacious life with the Lord, and how few of us have a spacious relationship with God because it takes space. And we fill every waking moment, me included. We'll fill every moment with stuff and activity, and I got to go because my kids have these things and I have this job and this, that, and the other. So how do I have a spaciousness to my walk?
Right.
It's really hard.
When you're living a busy life.
Oh, yeah. How do you do that? Like, and I'm facing, we used to practice Sabbath as a family. You know how hard that is?
Right.
You know how hard that is.
I do.
But, just finding 24 hours with no work.
And what's interesting is COVID put us in a place where we could do that. And I think people were talking about how it was going to change lives and how we were, going to be able to come out of it living a slower life. And I think we went back.
We went the other way.
Faster than we were going before.
Well, and it was interesting because I loved some elements of COVID. Everybody did.
Sure.
I think everybody I talked to were like, this is so nice.
Right.
Like, because I don't have to go to the office every day.
Right.
Like, I can unplug. I can sit on the trampoline and have a picnic with my kids.
Right.
We did that like every day.
Sure.
For a couple of months.
Sure.
Because what are you going to do? Like,
right.
you can't go out to lunch. You can't, whatever. And it was great. And people talked about, let's keep some of that.
Right. But then we didn't.
We didn't. We are busier now, I would contend.
I agree.
We're busier now than we were pre-COVID. So you think about 2024 life versus 2019 life.
Right.
I think there's a backlash of, I was so quiet for like a year. So let me make up for it now.
Right.
And so that's part of the challenge is really sitting and thinking. And honestly, a lot of churches, they would never allow their pastor to do that because they don't see it as valuable.
Right. Right.
Okay, you're going to sit and read for 6 hours? Why am I paying you for that? Psh, like, get out and do something, man.
Right.
Like, that's part of the American way.
Right.
Like, I fall into that trap constantly.
Right.
If I don't check off 18 things off my to-do list, I feel like a failure that day.
Why don't we all? I mean, that's just human nature.
That's human.
Even for pastors.
So, totally.
Well, and let's be honest, when you're in the office, it is impossible for you to sit and read 6 hours because all of the employees are there. We all have questions. People stop by to see you because you're accessible and you like people and you're like, come on in and let's talk.
Sure.
But there's no way for you to read for 6 hours.
Well,
You know, it just isn't possible.
I don't think I could sit and read for 6 hours,
Right.
like personally, physically. Like I have to get up and move.
That's true.
I'm
You are one of those people.
I am one of those
He's
people.
one of those people.
And so I'll read in like hour chunks, 2-hour blocks.
Right.
I fortunately read relatively quickly.
Yes.
So that's good. So I'm blessed in that. But it's hard.
Yeah.
And so that's part of it. I think part of why pastors aren't theologians really much anymore. Because there's just always that, what's the next great thing? What's the next big thing? What's the next? And some of it is in how we form pastors and how we call people to the pastorate to be in ministry. A lot of guys that I know, and this is why I think, personal opinion, there's so many moral failings in churches these days, especially in large churches, is because we look and say, okay, this guy's good looking, he's successful, he's dynamic, charismatic, he knows how to lead a business. Let's make him the senior pastor because he knows how to lead people. And leadership is important.
Sure.
You have to have that.
Sure.
But if that's the criteria,
Right.
we shouldn't be surprised that sometimes those people aren't as spiritually deep as they should be.
Right. Yeah.
And then you add in all the inherent temptations of ministry.
Right. I'm
blah,
sure.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so, it's tough because honestly, some of it is the church doesn't really want theology.
Yeah. Because like you said, it's hard.
It's hard. It's slow. I was listening to a guy this week, and he was talking about this. He's like, most modern evangelical discipleship programs are, okay, give me 30 minutes this week in my life group, and I expect that to change everything. It's not sit and read the Bible every day.
Right.
I don't have time for that.
Right.
What can I consume in this little nugget?
Right.
Give me a pill.
Which is why programs are so popular, and churches with programs are so
totally.
popular because they can just go get people can go get what they think that they need.
Yep.
And we've all been guilty of it.
And I can do it in 45 minutes.
Yeah, and it
so
makes
I'm
you
good for
feel
the
good.
week.
Like
Totally.
like I've gone and I've done.
Yep.
I've been to church.
And it's not.
This week.
And it's not bad.
No, it's not.
Like,
it's not.
None of that is.
Let's make that clear. It's not
bad, and none of those churches are bad for doing that. It's just, but it's a whole model and system of behavior that I think long term leads to just lack of depth.
Right. Right.
Because you think about, like, if you ate once a week and you went to Golden Corral and you just packed it in once a week, how healthy would you really be?
All right.
No, you got to eat 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they should be nourishing, balanced.
Right.
What are your macros in that? Like, you should have some, like,
gosh.
all that. Yeah, I know, but you should.
But
and we all know it.
Yes.
Like, there's nobody.
We do. Yeah. There's nobody
no-
will argue and say you should eat cake once a day or Golden Corral once
Never
a
have
day
any
and-
vegetables.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to say that.
Right.
But if it's going to come down to vegetables or brownies,
Right.
I mean, that's, of course I'm going to, and I know it. And that's the thing. And I think that's what's so hard is everyone knows what's right.
Right.
We just don't do it.
Yeah.
And pastors are just as guilty.
Oh, yeah.
Because every guy I talk to, they're all like, yeah, I know I should be spending more time doing that. But I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Because you're all human.
Yeah.
So
that's why I love those desert fathers. But they had to go to the desert away from everybody, the only way to do it. And I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Like I've tried those, like, remember?
Yes.
You remember those? I've tried that, like, I'm going to go to a monastery for a week and be silent.
Oh, yeah.
I last about 6 hours.
Yeah, you're not.
No. I'm talking to the walls. The last time I went, like, there was this one coffee shop I went to every single day because I just had to talk to somebody.
Right.
Hey, how are you? What's your name? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's in that coffee? Oh, yeah. And I'm talking to random strangers.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was really weird.
Leave it on your sabbatical, right? When you went to Costa Rica. In theory, going to Costa Rica to be on your own and do sounds great. But
I went bananas.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. I literally walked half a mile just to find people.
Yeah.
I couldn't even speak Spanish. I'm like, hola.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my Spanish. And I'm trying to talk just because I just go bananas.
Yeah.
So I'm just not wired that way.
Well, that's one of the reasons you're a great pastor too, is you love people. So, okay. All right. So next week, maybe we'll ask about the Desert Fathers book. Will you be done with that book by then? I know you have to read a lot.
I hope so. They're generally usually pretty short.
Okay.
There's some really cool stories in them though. One about a cemetery, and I'll tell you that if we talk about it next week. And it's super fun.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, what you've been learning and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Like I said, everybody knows that you've been going and working on this program, but I thought, okay, well, let's just ask him.
Dig a little deeper.
What is it
love
that
it.
you're learning? Because that's important for us too.
Clearly, I could do this all day.
I mean,
like,
yes,
I could talk
right.
about
How
this
long have
stuff.
We've been talking 30
I don't-
minutes.
yeah, I don't even know what
Okay,
time.
all right. Well, maybe we should wrap it up then for today. But.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for being here. And thank you for joining us this week. And we'll see you on Sunday.